Here we're going to be doing our hip internal rotation pails and rails setup with the table. So you just need a surface that you can have your leg elevated on. So if I'm working on my right side, essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try and place that leg and hip against the bench where the knee stays in line with the hip here. And I'm looking for about a 90-degree bend at the knee. Now, what we want to first do is get into a stretch. So what I'm going to try to do is slowly and gradually rotate my trunk and my torso so that my shoulder is aligned with the back heel of that foot. And then I'm going to slightly bend into that side as well. So what I'm doing is I'm closing the space off on that front of this hip. I'm going to hang out in this stretch for about 30 seconds upwards to 1 minute. And then we're going to go through 3 rounds of our pails and rails, which is essentially a push and a pulling action. So for the pails contraction, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to drive this leg down and push into the bench. So just think of it that if I was trying to go in this direction, it would be the opposite. We'll be pushing and pressing down. So we'll gradually ramp up some tension and apply that contraction and push in towards the bench. And then after 10 seconds of that, we're going to go in the opposite direction. I'm going to try and rotate my hip internally. So I'm thinking about trying to rotate and pull with the tissues here in the front. And if I pull hard enough, we may see that back leg coming off of the table. And we're just going to sustain that effort for about 10 seconds. So once again, we set up into the stretch, hang out there for about 30 seconds to a minute. Then we're going to do a 10-second pails or push into the bench from the hip, and then a 10-second rails effort or pull off the bench, relax, and then repeat for the prescribed number of reps.